So being in the era of big data, marketers want to be data-driven.
Right.
So it would seem there's a great deal of data with webinar views.
Yeah, so I mean, we're tracking everything someone does when they're at a webinar. And then, I mean, the last slide, when we're talking about engagement scoring, we're tracking, how long were they there? Did they come back and watch the on-demand? Did they ask a question? Did they respond to polls? What did they say to said poll? What documents were they downloading? And each of those pieces of information can really help inform a marketer on a couple different things. One, sales readiness. And by that is, what I often will see our customers do is provide a lot of great free information in the resource section, which we've done today for them. And then one piece that, and I won't tell you which piece that is for us, which will indicate to them commercial intent. So in many cases, that's a demo of the platform that someone can download or access, or a trial account. Maybe it's a consultation questionnaire. I think I'm giving away the ones that are showing commercial intent, but a consultation questionnaire that allows the marketer to know that these people are in the process of planning something that they could help with. And so when you can see that they've accessed those pieces of content, now you know that those are people that you should be following up with.
Sure.
So you can aggregate all of the data in an engagement score like we do and just take a look at those who are most engaged. You can look for the commercial intent. And what this will allow you to do is to pass on to sales those opportunities that are the most sales ready. And that's really what they're looking for from you, right? Is to move people into a level of sales readiness that they can actually buy something or buy more of something from you. So that's the first step. And the second step in all of this is ensuring that this information is in the systems that make sense. And there are very intelligent systems out there, like your marketing automation tools, your Marketos, your HubSpots, your Eloquas, your Pardots, or your CRM, your Salesforce, your Microsoft Dynamics. And you can, on any system, you can pull this data, you can crunch it, and you can provide it back to the sales team, like, here are the Glengarry leads, here are the ones to follow up with. Or you can have it all go into your system and create rules in place so that it's automatic. You know who are the top leads. You know are the people who require the follow-up and the people who just aren't ready for follow-up yet. That A viewer I talked about earlier who registered, so they had some level of interest, showed up for 10 minutes, but then they didn't really participate or they didn't stay till the end. They are probably not ready, and so they should go back into your further marketed to them or provide them with some more content for them to access. And so that's the power of integration. And what's interesting is that webinars, when we talk to marketers anyways, it's a marketing technology. It's a MarTech, right? But so many marketers are purchasing a webinar platform that does not integrate with anything that they've got. They would never do this with their marketing automation tool. They would never do this with their email system. They want everything to be integrated, and then for some reason the webinar sits over here as a little stepchild, where you're taking your data and you're uploading it, which you certainly can do. It's just much more efficient when it's all integrated. And the last thing I would say about this data is that when you go back at the end of the year or when you're assessing your webinar program or the webinars you've done or your single webinar, what engagement can also help you understand is, are you providing the right content to your audience? So more so than that white paper that you publish that you can only track downloads, more so than that blog post that you can only track views, the webinar will allow you to say that these 3 pieces of content got way more engagement than these 3 pieces of content. And so this is where we want to focus our energies or our activities. In our world, what we'll do sometimes is if we're doing something like a white paper or a case study on a customer, is we will do a webinar about that same document just to see how people are reacting to it and where their focus is, what's prompting the questions. So it's a good mirror for your overall content strategy. And as we said before, it's also something that really allows you to know who are the buyers of your product or who are the sales rate leads.